The year is 2026. February 6th. A new dawn breaks over the West Philippine Sea, but the air is thick with uncertainty and tension. The West Philippine Sea is on edge, its waters restless beneath a sky heavy with storm clouds, both literal and metaphorical. Just miles from Bajo de Masinloc, Philippine warships cut through the waves, flanked by vessels from the US, Japan, and Australia. Their presence is a powerful statement, a show of solidarity in the face of mounting pressure. This is no ordinary drill. It's a direct challenge to China's sweeping claims, a message that the world is watching and will not stand idly by. The world watches as rival fleets face off, tension thick in the air. Every movement is broadcast live, every maneuver analyzed by experts and citizens alike. For years, China has tightened its grip here, using Coast Guard and maritime militia to push out Filipino fishermen. The struggle for control has become a daily reality for those who depend on these waters. Now, Manila pushes back, declaring it won't be bullied out of its own waters. The resolve of the Filipino people is on full display, their determination unwavering. The multinational flotilla projects unity. Across from them, Chinese ships loom, their intentions menacing. The standoff is a high-stakes game, with neither side willing to back down. Radio channels crackle with warnings and accusations. Communication is terse, every word chosen carefully to avoid escalation, yet the risk of misunderstanding is ever present. Filipino sailors feel both pride and anxiety. One wrong move could spark a regional conflict. The weight of responsibility is etched on every face. The stakes are enormous, not just rocks and reefs, but the future of international law and freedom of navigation. Trillions of dollars in trade pass through these waters, making stability here vital for the world economy. Coastal communities' livelihoods hang in the balance. For many, the sea is not just a battleground, but a lifeline that feeds families and sustains generations. By conducting these drills so close to a Chinese-controlled feature, Manila is forcing the world to choose, law or force. The proximity is a deliberate signal, a call for clarity in a time of ambiguity. The answer will shape Asia's security for decades. Young and old alike watch events unfold, knowing their future may be decided by what happens here. This is a test of resolve, not just for the Philippines, but for the global order. The principles of sovereignty and cooperation are on trial. The West Philippine Sea is no one's private lake. Its waters connect nations, cultures, and economies, reminding us that the sea belongs to all. The world holds its breath as the line is drawn in the water. Every citizen, every leader, waits for the next move. The message: Manila will not surrender its rights. The city stands tall, its people united in defiance and hope. The Allied presence signals a new era of resistance. Old alliances are being tested and new ones forged in the crucible of crisis. China's fleet watches, silent but threatening. Their vigilance is a reminder that peace here is fragile, and the cost of miscalculation could be immense. Every maneuver is scrutinized, every word measured. Intelligence agencies and military leaders work around the clock, aware that the smallest error could have global consequences. The region teeters on the edge of crisis. In villages and cities alike, anxiety mixes with hope for a peaceful resolution. The outcome here will echo far beyond these waters. Decisions made now will ripple across continents and generations. The Philippines stands firm, demanding respect for the rule of law. Their call is clear: might does not make right. The world waits to see who will blink first. In this moment, history is being written, one decision, one heartbeat at a time. The buildup was slow, then sudden. What began as routine patrols quickly escalated into a dramatic display of power, as the horizon filled with steel and purpose. Philippine frigates BRP Jose Rizal and BRP Antonio Luna, bristling with modern weaponry, lead the charge. Their presence signals a new era of capability for the Philippine Navy, determined and vigilant. Smaller patrol vessels form a layered defense, weaving a protective net around the larger ships, ready to respond at a moment's notice. US, Japanese, and Australian warships join, creating a formidable task force. Their coordinated maneuvers showcase not just strength, but unity among allies. China counters with a wall of Coast Guard cutters, forming a barrier that signals both warning and intent, and a swarm of maritime militia disguised as fishing boats. These vessels blur the line between civilian and combatant, complicating the standoff. The sea feels crowded, every move tracked by radar and drones. The air is thick with anticipation as technology and human vigilance intertwine. Sailors watch each other through binoculars, tension mounting. Every glance is measured, every gesture scrutinized, every maneuver is analyzed, routine or provocation. Commanders weigh each decision, knowing the consequences could be global. This is a chess match with billion-dollar pieces where strategy and restraint are as vital as firepower. The Allied formation signals collective defense, a clear message that no nation stands alone in these contested waters. China's presence asserts its sweeping claims, patrolling with unwavering resolve and national pride. The standoff is silent, but the stakes are deafening. Every second stretches, heavy with unspoken threats. For the Philippines and its allies, it's a show of resolve. Their flags fly high, a symbol of determination and hope. For China, it's a defense of what it calls indisputable territory. Their posture is unyielding, their message clear. The world's eyes are on this tense maritime standoff. Every development is broadcast, every movement dissected by analysts worldwide. One misstep could change everything. The margin for error is razor thin, and the consequences could echo far beyond these waters. The message, unity against coercion. Together, they stand as a bulwark against intimidation. The question, who will yield? In this high-stakes game, the answer remains uncertain, as the world holds its breath. On the BRP Jose Rizal, the crew is laser-focused. Every move is coordinated with allies, aiming to assert rights without sparking war. Chinese Coast Guard ships shadow the fleet, issuing radio warnings and demanding withdrawal. The Filipino captain responds calmly, citing international law. This war of words mirrors the close-quarters tension on the water. Allied helicopters launch, Chinese vessels track their every move. Replenishment drills draw Chinese militia boats dangerously close. The risk of collision is ever present. Sailors feel the pressure. One mistake could trigger disaster. Long shifts, constant surveillance, and aggressive posturing test their nerves. Discipline and restraint are as vital as firepower. These crews are professionals, but also people with families at stake. The true test here is not weapons, but nerves. The world watches their every move. In this standoff, calm under pressure is the greatest weapon. Operation Unity is underway, joint drills focused on seamless cooperation, not aggression. The message, the Philippines is not alone. China sees provocation, Beijing threatens countermeasures. Allied commanders walk a tightrope, projecting strength without crossing the line. For Manila, this is a test of its new defense posture and a boost for national morale. The drills validate military modernization and signal a shift from appeasement to assertiveness. Success could strengthen alliances and deter aggression. Failure risks catastrophic escalation. The Indo-Pacific stability hangs in the balance. Operation Unity is a gamble, solidarity or conflict. The world waits for the outcome. Beyond warships and politics, this conflict is deeply personal, touching the lives of ordinary people in ways that rarely make headlines. Filipino fishermen like Mancardo once thrived at Bajo de Masinloc, casting their nets in waters their ancestors called home. For generations, now Chinese ships chase them away, their livelihoods shattered and their sense of security lost with every encounter. Many risk empty nets or damaged boats just to feed their families, braving the sea despite the dangers that now lurk on the horizon. Young Navy sailors, many from fishing communities themselves, see this mission as personal, a duty to protect their own. They fight not just for territory but for their families, their neighbors, and the way of life that shaped them. The sight of Allied ships near the shoal brings hope to coastal villages, a sign that they are not alone in their struggle. They dream of returning to their ancestral fishing grounds without fear, longing for the freedom to work and live in peace. Their simple hope for peace and prosperity is the true human stake, a wish passed down from parent to child. The conflict is about dignity, survival, and the future of generations yet to come. The Navy's presence is a promise, reminding every family that you are not forgotten and your struggles matter. The struggle is for more than sovereignty, it's for the soul of a nation, for the right to hope and to belong. The fisherman's dreams endure, even as the waves grow rough and the future remains uncertain. This is what's truly at stake, the heart and spirit of a people bound to the sea. Bajo de Masinloc, Scarborough Shoal, is more than a disputed reef. It lies well within the Philippines' exclusive economic zone, a lifeline for coastal communities. For centuries, it's been a safe haven and a rich fishing ground. Its loss in 2012 devastated local economies and traditions. The shoal is woven into Filipino folklore and identity. Panatag means calm, a sanctuary now lost. The economic blow is matched by a cultural wound. Its coral reefs are vital to the region's ecosystem. Destruction here threatens both livelihoods and biodiversity. Protecting the shoal is about sovereignty, heritage, and environmental stewardship. For the Philippines, it's a fight for history, economy, and nature. The stakes are as deep as the sea itself. The dispute is a clash of law and history. The Philippines relies on international law. UNCLOS and the 2016 arbitral victory, the tribunal ruled China's 9-line invalid and affirmed Filipino rights. China rejected the ruling, insisting on historic rights and ancient maps. Beijing sees the arbitration as a political ploy, not binding law. Two irreconcilable narratives collide: rules-based order versus historical primacy. The 2026 drills are a physical manifestation of this clash. The Philippines and allies defend the legal order. China stands by its story. The standoff is about more than territory. It's about which vision shapes Asia's future, law or history. The answer will define the region. The world is watching which narrative prevails. The outcome will echo for generations. Allied warships turn a local dispute into a global issue. The South China Sea is a vital artery for global trade. 1/3 of shipping passes here. Any conflict would cripple economies worldwide. The drills signal a united stand for freedom of navigation. For the US, Japan, and Australia, defending open seas is a core interest. Their presence warns China. The world won't tolerate unilateral control. These exercises strengthen alliances and regional security. Democratic nations are uniting to uphold a rules-based order. China faces a tougher challenge against a united front. Every act of harassment now risks a global incident. The strategic calculus has changed. The world's response is clear: unity against coercion. The drills have brought the West Philippine Sea to a breaking point. Strength and unity are on display, but so is the risk of escalation. One mistake could trigger a devastating conflict. De-escalation is urgent, open communication is vital, military hotlines and crisis management are essential to prevent disaster. Long-term peace requires creative diplomacy, not just legal rulings. Negotiations for a binding code of conduct and joint resource management are needed. The choice is stark: diplomacy or force. The drills highlight both resolve and the region's fragility. The hope is that strength will open doors to renewed talks. The goal: prevent war, not win one. Leaders must find the courage to step back from the brink. The future of the West Philippine Sea and peace hangs in the balance.